AmeriCorps, Prohibited, Allowable, and Unallowable Activities. Allowable activities are activities written into the grant. These may include directly serving clients, increasing capacity of agency partners, or recruiting, engaging, and recognizing community volunteers. Unallowable activities fall outside the scope of the grant, and they may include creating communication flyers for an upcoming event, picking orders in the warehouse for agency partners, or answering calls at the front desk about agency orders. Prohibited activities. These are activities deemed an appropriate use of AmeriCorps funding for all programs regardless of grant activities. Attempting to influence legislation, organizing or engaging in protests, petitions, boycotts, or strikes, assisting, promoting, or deterring union organizing, impairing existing contracts for service or collective bargaining agreements, or engaging in partisan political activities or other activities designed to influence the outcome of an election to any public office. Participating in or endorsing events or activities that are likely to include advocacy for or against political parties, political platforms, political candidates, proposed legislation, or elected officials. Engaging in religious instruction, conducting worship services, providing instruction as part of a program that includes mandatory religious instruction or worship, constructing or operating facilities devoted to religious instruction or worship, maintaining facilities primarily or inherently devoted to religious instruction or worship, or engaging in any form of religious proselytization, or providing a direct benefit to any business organized for profit, a labor union, or a partisan political organization, or a nonprofit that fails to comply with the restrictions contained in Section 501c3 of the Internal Revenue Code of 1986, except that nothing in this section shall be construed to prevent participants from engaging in advocacy activities undertaken at your own initiative. An organization engaged in the religious activities described in paragraph G of this section, unless corporation assistance is not used to support those specific religious activities. Conducting a voter registration drive or using corporation funds for conducting a voter registration drive. Providing abortion services or referrals for receipt of any such services, and such other activities as the corporation may prohibit. Census activities. AmeriCorps members and volunteers associated with AmeriCorps grants may not engage in census activities during service hours. Being a census taker during service hours is categorically prohibited. Census-related activities, for example, promotion of the census, education about the importance of the census, do not align with AmeriCorps state and national objectives. Election and polling activities. AmeriCorps members may not provide services for election or polling locations or in support of such activities. AmeriCorps members may not engage in the above activities directly or indirectly by recruiting, training, or managing others for the primary purpose of engaging in one of the previously mentioned activities. Other prohibited activities include members raising funds for their living allowance, raising funds for program operating expenses or endowment, writing grant applications for CNCS grants, including AmeriCorps, writing grant applications for funding provided by other federal agencies, or by recruiting volunteers to perform prohibited activities or distributing materials related to prohibited activities. With all that being said, individuals may exercise their rights as private citizens and may participate in the activities we discussed previously on your own initiative on non-AmeriCorps time and using non-CNCS funds. Individuals should not wear the AmeriCorps logo while doing any type of engaging in the community of any of the above activities on your personal time. Thank you so much, and if you have any questions, Please reach out to us at the Kansas Volunteer Commission.